Hello and welcome to WUVA Culture. I'm Sophie Kambour and today we're sitting down with Eliza Falk, a special guest at the Virginia Film Festival, to talk about her work in the festival. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Why did you choose to come to the Virginia Film Festival?
Well, I was invited by the festival to talk to two different actors. One is Dennis Christopher, and the second actor is Ethan Hawke. They're playing his film, Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, which is, again, an older film.
Do you know what drew you to the film Before the Devil Knows You're Dead? To be hosting the discussion with Ethan Hawke?
You know, I'm always interested in talking to people who are able to be more real. One really lovely thing about talking to Dennis Christopher last night was just very real with the audience. And I mean, Ethan Hawke as well, he brings such a love for the theater, such an intellectualism to acting that you know when he's talking with you that he's quite thoughtful about everything that he's saying when it comes to acting.
What do you think film festivals add to local communities?
I think these kind of festivals can bring people together in a way that a lot of things today can't, you know, in a pretty divisive time. There was something special about watching that older film and just having people kind of connect across different backgrounds over this, like, just really human film.
Your work focuses on gender. Are there any films that you know of that you're excited to see at the festival that focus on that?
Well, I'm actually excited. I'm gonna go see after this A Marriage Story. I wrote a book about love and marriage in India, and I am just always excited to see how people tackle the subject of marriage, which is such a fraught and complicated institution that we all have made a part of our society and cultures in different ways.
A little over a year ago, you published the Emmy-award winning article that was an investigation into the sexual harassment and gender discrimination in the U.S. Forest Service. What do you think of the article's impact?
Yeah, it's complicated. I mean, there certainly was a big impact at the time. The U.S. Forest Service chief had been accused of sexual impropriety, stepped down. Congress called for hearings to investigate the toxic workplace. The U.S. Forest Service put all of these big changes into action, and you would love as a journalist to think that you do one story and it fixes everything, but unfortunately that's not the case. So there's some pretty deep-seated issues that I think still have some serious work to be done.
Looking at your article, what do you think that we can learn about sexual harassment that can apply to college campuses?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is that these institutions, when they're confronted with sexual harassment or assault allegations, their biggest instinct is to shut it up. And you saw that with the Forest Service too. Instead of like, hey, this is an ongoing problem, how do we actually get to the bottom of this so that this doesn't keep happening? And so I think that would be the biggest lesson that any institution, and especially universities, is to actually confront and like go deep and listen to students and work on these issues as opposed to just try to get rid of them in the public eye.
Thank you so much for talking to me. Thank you so much.